Number 1. Telegraphing your punches. The most common telegraph on both of your hands is the wind up or bringing the hand down a bit right before you punch. Even though telegraphing and feinting are similar to each other, telegraphing is done unintentionally and becomes a cue for your opponent to counter you, versus feinting is when you telegraph intentionally to create an opening or to confuse your opponent. So this is how you fix it. You want to throw your punches straight from your guard without moving your hands first. It can feel a bit awkward in the beginning, but as you start to practice, it's going to become a very important habit that you must learn or you're going to pay for it. Here's another way you might be telegraphing your jab. By throwing your jab with flaring your elbow to the side, it becomes much easier to see it coming, versus when you extend your hand to about 70 to 80% forward and then you rotate your forearm into the punch. That way your jab becomes much more unpredictable. Number 2. Constantly moving around with the quote-unquote flat feet. Flat feet definitely play a part in boxing when you want to throw a harder punch or want to become planted. But moving around with flat feet is going to make you very slow and also much easier to lose your balance by potentially tripping as you take an angle, for example, right? So to fix this, you want to be able to switch between the flat feet and changing angles on the balls of your feet. That way you're going to be a lot more fluid, elusive, balanced, and also you're more likely to take less damage if you use your footwork to decrease the impact of your opponent's punches, versus if you are stationary, then you will actually absorb all of the force from the punch. Number 3 is definitely an important one because boxing is all about conserving energy to the best of your ability. So the mistake a lot of people make is that they hold their breath when they punch, and you're going to gas out like 10 times faster if you don't breathe properly. And I'm not even exaggerating this statement because that's exactly what's going to happen, right? So to fix this, you want to practice to constantly exhale on your punches so that it becomes a subconscious thing for you. Number 4 is overcommitting to your punches. Overcommitting your punches is guaranteed to make you lose your balance and potentially get you knocked the fuck out. It might feel fine overcommitting on the heavy back because there's a feedback on the impact of your punch, so it's easier to keep your balance, but if you do this in a sparring and you miss, you will either fly forward or just you lose your balance, making you vulnerable to counterattacks. So to fix this, you want to be able to throw hard punches from a balanced stance, meaning that your legs are straight under you, you shift your weight with the punches properly, and engage your core muscles so that you can transfer the power from your legs into your upper body through the core engagement, and also keep yourself balanced even if you miss. Number 5 is bringing your hand down on their way back after the punch. Doing this is basically asking to get punched in the face. You want to make sure that you bring your hand back just as fast as you throw your punch right back to your face. Number 6 is a very common one when someone first starts to box. The mistake is reaching forward with your punches. Not only do you lose your balance, but you also lose any sort of power you had initially, and of course you open yourself up for counters, and even potentially helping your opponent to use your momentum against you and make you fall. So to fix this is pretty much the same as in number 4. You want to stay balanced in your stance and throw your punches with your core engaged. But also you need to practice close on the distance and creating the distance with your footwork, because not every punch can be thrown the same way from the same distance. So if you're looking to throw some straight punches, you might want to be a bit further back, versus if you want to throw some hooks or uppercuts, then you need to close the distance with your footwork instead of reaching forward and hoping for the best. Number 7 is being way too tense when throwing punches or even protecting yourself. When you tense up, you're basically using valuable energy every second that you're tensed up. Not only that, but you also lose any sort of speed you could potentially have as well. So to fix this, you just gotta relax your shoulders and throw your punches relaxed, and just tense up a bit right on the impact to fully transfer the power from your body. Number 8 is not protecting your chin with every punch that you throw. It is extremely easy to practice and should be done constantly when you are first starting out to make sure that it becomes a muscle memory for you. As you throw your punches, you basically just want to hide your chin right under and next to your shoulder. Alright, and for those who have made it all the way to the end, here is a bonus tip. When you throw your jab, make sure that your right hand doesn't pull back exposing your face. You want to make sure that it stays right where it belongs, next to your face. I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, please subscribe to the channel and then maybe even share this video with some of your friends so that they can also get better at boxing. Thanks for watching.